Hello guys, welcome to the second part of AC Evo licenses done on a controller. And today we are gonna be doing the Hypercar ones and Racing 1 groups of licenses. And yeah, I managed to do 3 stars on all of them, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so the first one, Dump Truck Beast Car HC01. It is a wet one. It took me like 69 tries. You have to really watch your launch here. You have to change the TC to whatever feels natural to you, and then max speed to the corner on the inside to the second gear, and very slowly from the second gear then to third, and you stay on the third. No, you go to fourth and stay on the third. Like downshift to third for this corner, and just launch the car. It should give you 3 stars. HC02 Mastering L Corners is another Ferrari on Laguna Seca. It took me only 3 tries, so that was much easier than the previous one. So on the third gear to the right, on the inside to the fourth, and now you have to watch for the brake marker, which is the bridge. Down to third gear, close to the inside of the corner, launching it here, and here you have to watch for the left-hander because it's you cannot see it. You do it on the third gear, and then launch the car to get 3 stars from it. That's it. Okay, HC03, welcome to the corkscrew. And the famous corner of Laguna Seca. It took me only 4 tries. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but yeah, you have to check the brake marker here before the curb, down to the second gear and to the third gear inside of the corner to get some grip, and on the third to the left, close to the curb, like manipulate your throttle, and 3 stars is yours. HC04 Dive Deep. This one took me only 2 tries. It was an easy one because you start, of course you get the corkscrew at the beginning, but you already learned about this, so you go on the third gear for it, and also on the third gear to the left, and you upshift to right, but downshift to the third gear for the right corner, also close to the inside, smooth and nice, and you brake at the red cone on the right, down to the second gear, close to the inside, and accelerating gives you 3 stars for it. HC05 shows the lap. So this is basically the entire lap of Laguna Seca, which took me 5 tries to get 3 stars on. So at the beginning you will just accelerate to the max and go to the third and second gear on the first corner. Also nice and smooth out of it, to the third and fourth gear, and on the third gear to the right here, close to the inside. You can go closer than I did. Then to the fourth and also third gear to the right here, and accelerating like the previous test. Bridge is your brake marker. You can go even closer than I did, so you can make mistakes on those challenges, on those licenses. And here also on the third gear for the left, the unseen corner, the unseen apex, unseen curb. And here I brake even too early for this corkscrew corner, so you can do a little bit later. And also on the third gear, and on the third gear for the left one, upshifting to the fourth to get some speed, and also on the third and to the right here. Yeah, I also almost lost the car here, but yeah, to the second gear for the last corner, and just accelerating and praying for 3 stars here. Okay, so the Racing 1 category, Suzuka Rain and the Snake R101 took me 71 tries. Yes, this is a lot. And what I can tell you is that you should start from holding the brake and keeping the throttle to the max, because it probably has the launch control system in the Mazda. So you go to the third gear for the first corner, and you stay on this gear, I think, for the rest of the lap. So at least you don't have to do any gear changes. But the funny thing is that the third gear wants to kill you and throw you to the wall. After those over 70 tries, I was so mad. I drifted into the finish and I could get it. R102 get to the hairpin is not a hard one. It took me 4 tries only after 71 from the previous one, because it's a dry track. So you just go on the inside here for this corner up to 5th gear, but to the 4th gear here, and you have to throw the car into this corner, cutting a little, down to 3rd gear here, also catching the curb with your right tire, and then on the 4th gear for the right corner here, and down to 2nd gear here. You can even go tighter than I did, but yeah, it gives you 3 stars. R103 made the spoon. So this one only took me 4 tries, so it wasn't hard, because still it's a dry track, so nothing to be feared here, unlike the wet Suzuka ones. So yeah, you accelerate to the 5th gear here, and brake at the cone a little, and trail brake to the left on the 4th gear. And here you should downshift to 3rd. I do it too late and I almost lose the car, as you can see. So you can make mistakes in those licenses, you will still get 3 stars. Okay, for the R104, be brave, welcome to the 130R. Make sure to hold the brake and only accelerate when the lights are off. It took me 73 tries. I thought I will never do it, actually. But yeah, you accelerate to the 5th gear and you brake and go to the left at the 50 meter board. You throw the car left and still accelerate, so you keep the speed. And here you brake at the cone, like after the cone, at the sand maybe, to the 2nd gear, like the entry to the chicane is on the 3rd gear, then on the 2nd gear, and then back to the 3rd gear here for the acceleration. It was very hard for me. Yeah, never again. Okay, R105 show us the lap. So this took me 22 tries, and even though it's a dry track, it's still the Mazda MX-5. Which just wants to drift and like oversteer just by looking at the car. So you go on the 4th gear and down to 3rd for the right corner here, close to the inside. You use the full track when possible. On the 4th gear here and on the 3rd to the right, accelerating a little, and also on the 3rd gear here, cutting as much as possible to not invalidate, and also on the 3rd gear for this one, and also for this one on the 4th. Then you catch the car, I almost lost it here, on the inside to the left, and like in the previous test, down to the 4th, throw the car right, try to not lose it, and down to 3rd gear. For this one, catch the curb with your right tire and accelerate here to the 4th gear on the right, and down to the 2nd gear for this hairpin. Yeah, you have to try to stick to the inside here, because with acceleration you can get a wide here and understeer, and brake at the at the cone here, down to the fourth gear and down to the third gear for the left. I did it much better than the previous license for this corner, and yeah, you wait for the 50-meter board here at the straight and throw the car left like this, touching the curb, so you get more rotation out of this corner, and brake at the cone, after the cone a little, on the third gear down to second and back to the third gear on exit, and you should be able to get 3 stars from it. It was harder than I thought on a controller, so yeah. I already recorded the Racing 2 and Racing 3 licenses for you, so see you in the next video, probably on Friday.